Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Joshua Odiase. I'm a rising senior, as she said, and my project is on de-extinction, if possible. If so, should we? I chose this topic because I believe this issue will garner more attention in the coming years because the most prominent ways humankind affects the environment is by causing or accelerating the extinction of other species. Scientists estimate that 5 billion species have gone extinct to date. To elaborate, if you have read the news or seen a weather report in the past months, you would have seen that our country is reaching historical highs alongside other countries around the world. With the world getting warmer, glaciers melting, invasive species forming, and animals not suited for the inhospitable weather face extinction, we are truly in a dire predicament. Currently, there's an estimated 100 to 200 species that go extinct every day, including plants, mammals, birds, and insects. And to put that in perspective, even if you do not realize it, we're experiencing the sixth mass extinction in Earth's history, and it's called the Anthropocene or Holocene extinction, and it's happening 80% faster than ever before. So I might have misdirected you a little with the subheading. It's not per se resurrecting, more so creating proxies. You can think of them as clones, but not like identical. All de-extinction requires it for it to become reality is a DNA, an embryo, and a birthing mother. But the main impediment to de-extinction today is DNA. Unlike in entertainment, such as Prometheus, Pandora's Box, or Jurassic Park, DNA is pretty delicate and it's depicted to have unrealistic longevity when that can span millions of years. But on the contrary, it only has a half-life of just 521 years. Well-preserved tissue is usually fragmented the longer it's preserved. And since DNA is microscopic, it's harder to reassemble. And it's unclear how the order of genes should be reconstructed on chromosomes, making this ambiguity could have alterations in behavior and other character traits. Given cloning is hard, but precise genome editing, such as CRISPR-Cas9, Magatol, and Talon, alongside selective backbreeding, which is restoring ancient traits from extinct species by selectively breeding individuals that and other species today that still have their genes. Even if genetic engineering and selective backbreeding are successful, they would have created a kind of hybrid rather than a pure resurrected species. We have actually brought back one species from extinction. If you see on the top left, in 2003, scientists brought back the Pyrenean ibex, which went extinct in 1999. Scientists preserved the cells and injected into goat eggs. Out of the 7 surrogate mothers, 6 ended in miscarriage, but 1 mother actually carried a clone to term. It suffered from asphyxiation 10 minutes later. Sadly, for those hoping out there, dinosaurs will not be part of the extinction most likely because the chemicals needed to bring back a dinosaur have either turned into rock, and the genome to replicate another DNA there's not a genome to replicate DNA, so we can't really make a hybrid today. Also, there are teams and initiatives who are setting out to bring back these species lost to history. George Church, a geneticist at Harvard, is currently working on bringing back the woolly mammoth. As mentioned, he isn't entirely resurrecting the woolly mammoth, he's more so as making a hybrid. He and his team are hopeful for genetically editing the mammoth genes into Asian elephants. And also a genetics researcher and professor at the University of Copenhagen is leading a team of researchers to de-extinct the Christmas island rat, a species that went extinct in the late 19th or 20th century. The problem was that 5% of the genome was missing, which related to immunity and application, 2 highly important functions for an animal to survive. And another possible species is on the top right, is the Passenger pigeon that went extinct in 1914 by being killed and hunted outright. Extinction of key species can cause ecological imbalances, especially if done rapidly. De-extinction can become a powerful conservation tool, rescuing ecosystems from collapse or preserving delicate balances. These targeted species introduction can be part of a geoengineering or climate change mitigation effort, as in the case argued for the reintroduction of the extinct Megafauna in the Arctic. However, the introduction of extinct species into an ecosystem will have complex and unpredictable results and effects. Most people perceive them as negative. And so they say the opponents of de-extinction say the benefits are largely outweighed by the negatives. Another counter argument is based on the methodology that would be used to bring an extinct animal back to life. The main argument against de-extinction comes from a conservation biology point of view. Focusing on de-extinction could comprise biodiversity by diverting resources from preserving ecosystems and preventing newer extinction. It could also reduce the moral weight that extinctions in for reviving an extinct or an animal or plant back to life. The issue touches on our relationship with nature, finiteness, and how life and death are perceived. The sentimental factor plays an important role whether on either de-extinction is good or bad for the environment, or if we're trying to revive the passenger pigeon or not repeating past mistakes. The process can teach us more about environmental dynamics, animal genetics, and development biology and genetic engineering. I like to believe that even though with opposing sides on both sides, I believe if we do come to a conclusion about de-extinction, it will be a well thought out process with a broad societal consensus. And that is my presentation. And here are my citations and articles that I got my